Hi everybody, it's Rebecca and I want to talk to you in this very short video about how you know you need a mentor. Now, I pride myself in being a fairly intelligent person. I went to university, I got fairly decent marks, except for second year finance, but that's okay. That happened, it's a mistake, we all understood, we moved on. We moved on from finance. But the thing is, I thought I could do everything myself. So 5 years ago, I started my own business. I had no idea what I was doing, but I figured I was smart enough to figure it all out. And I did. I figured out a lot. I built a 6-figure business, but here's the thing. It was 6 figures and then it was 5 figures and then it was big 6 figures and then it was back to 5 figures. And it was just all over the map. And one of the things I came to realize about 1.5 years ago was something that was very humbling. I couldn't do it on my own anymore. It's not that I wasn't smart. It's not that I couldn't do it. It was simply that I had all of these really great ideas. I'd taken so many courses, attended countless webinars, and I had these brilliant ideas that I could not bring together. And it was super frustrating. So a funny story about how I found my mentor, I actually wasn't looking for her. But I was on Facebook, as per usual, this is no shock, and I saw this ad, and it said, "Meet Richard Branson." And I'm like, I love Richard Branson. I want to meet Richard Branson. I didn't read the rest of it. It's like, blah, blah, Richard Branson. Fantastic. So I clicked on the ad, and it took me to a little questionnaire. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's like skill testing questions. And then at the end, Richard Branson like pops up, and he's like, hey, come meet me at Necker Island. I was excited, extremely excited. So I filled in all the questions as honestly as I could. And about 20 minutes later, I get a call from a woman. You're not Richard Branson. But I figured I'd talk to her because maybe it's Richard Branson's assistant and I would then, be passed along. Well, it turns out it wasn't Richard Branson. It actually wasn't really connected to Richard Branson, but it's this woman who actually had met with him and so on. But what she was a coach. She was a mentor. And so I decided, okay, wasn't looking for this, but I'm going to ask her some very important questions. I knew where I wanted to go. I knew what I wanted my business to look like. But I needed someone to kind of piece it all together. There were certain connections that were missing, certain technologies I didn't know how to use. I had my vision, and it's not that I didn't understand what I wanted to create for myself. It was just that a few of the steps were missing. So if you're in a position similar to that, you've got great ideas, you have a very clear idea even of who you want to target and what it is that you're solving for these people. But your one big challenge is that you've got these things all over the place, right? And some of them are connected, but then you have some that aren't. And maybe some parts are broken. And maybe some of the things you're doing, maybe some of the technologies you're using are not optimized. And you should not be using them, but instead be using something else. So if you're at a position where you have these sort of little component parts, but they're not quite working together as they should, you need a mentor. If you have an idea of where you want to go and you know that there's a series of things that you need to do, but you want to make sure you do them right the first time, you need a mentor. And that's where I was. And I spent a lot of money on this coach, right? She convinced me on the spot to drop several tens of thousands of dollars. And I quite nearly had a heart attack. My husband had a heart attack after I had a heart attack when I told him I had to put it on the house. Thanks, honey. But here's the thing. Yes, it was a very expensive program, but what she sold me on was the vision that I'd be able to create for myself. And I am well on my way to creating that 7-figure business that I never thought was possible. But now that I have everything laid out, it's all coming together. So as part of Cue the Clients, that is what I do for you. I have got all of the expertise in all of the major areas: technology, webinar, email, social media, everything, building a business, pricing, target marketing. And I have learned and spent a lot of time figuring out not only how to do those things well, but how to piece them together. So if you're in a position where you're ready to go, you're a hardworking, super intelligent, very motivated person, and you're ready to piece it all together, think really hard as to whether right now is your opportunity to get the mentor to make it all happen. Please feel free to get in touch with me. I'm happy to talk to you a little bit more about this and whether this would be right for your company. More than anything else, I look forward to meeting you.